Also, if we have an asterisk with an hyphen, here you can see that it's going to print all the characters, all the series code numbers with which has either asterisk or hyphen. So essentially all the series code numbers are getting printed out in this case. So what if I add a question mark here, or a question mark quantifier which signifies 0 or 1? So it's essentially printing out everything here, right? So in one case, we can also find out the length of this particular, how many series code numbers I have. So by using the len function, I can check that there are three series code numbers which I have in our particular string one. So this is about some of the essential uses of how we can use the quantifiers in specifying and finding out a particular number and object in our particular string. So this is about, so what if we had some kind of an URL, and how to like actually find the URL which is present in a string. For example, we had this URL abc at abc.com, so bigly at brace.com. So in order to deal with URLs, now let's look at some more URLs which we'll be discussing now. So let us say we have abc at google.com and google.co.in, and we have another which is, let's say it's how.gov.in. So these are some of the variables or the URLs which we have, and we need to work with these, and how to print out these URLs we'll be seeing right now. So let's print this out. So let us say I want to print these URLs here until at. I want to print until at. That's what is my. So I'll be specifying either it can be a capital, a small letter A to Z, or it can be capital E to capital Z. So then we are specifying plus at. So I'll be removing length. So it's going to print everything which is there. So these also are getting printed because it is also at ABC. So everything until at is being printed in this case. When we specify plus quantifier and at special character, it's going to print until at. So what if I wanted to print even this, even at Google or Yahoo? So I'll be just specifying another, let's say A to Z, capital A to Z, and plus at. So no need at here. I'll just specify a full stop. So until the first full stop, it should get printed. So let's print this out. So here you can see it's going to print until this full stop. So now we have to look is what if we want to print this com or .co.in. So let us just give this as .in and this as .gov itself. So when we just try here and try to print .com, it's just going to print whichever is there .com. So whichever URLs are with the .com, it's going to print only those. So what if we want to print everything, all the URLs which are present in our string? So in that case, we will be using the same notation, A to Z, A to capital Z, and we'll be specifying a plus quantifier. So here you can see it's going to print entire URLs which are there in our particular series code. It's going to print all the URLs which are present in our series code. So this is all about the essential uses of the quantifier and how to use the quantifiers and the regex functions in the URL case. So this is all about what we have seen in .findAll method, which we have seen multiple examples where we saw like how we use the findAll to select a particular series code or a URL or any character which is there in our particular string. So this is the functionalities what we have found in .findAll method. Next we're going to look into what is .search method. This is a different method which is also we're going to see how dot search method is going to be used. So we are going to have dot search, and let's say we have a raw string R and we want to search whether ABC is present in our string 1 or not. So we are going to print, so our result will be result 2. This is result 2, so we are going to print. Okay, so here you can see that here in search method it's not giving me any details on where it is found or what and all is there regarding the ABC which is there. It's just going to give me the address of the particular location where whether it's present in the particular string or not. It's going to give me the object location or the object address where it is present. So we can also try for any number, let's say 456. So it's going to give me saying that this object is located at this span in this address or in this span in this particular string. So what if we specify anything which is not there in the string? So for example, let us say a character such as this. So a character such as this is also present. So let's try to find out any character which is not there. So here you can see when we try to specify a character which is not there, it's going to give me a statement, print statement saying that none, result as none, because this kind of character is not specified in a string here. It's not specified in the string here. So we're going to get none as a result. So this is all about search method which we have seen, and the next method we'll be seeing is which is re.match method, which is almost similar to search method, but the only difference is when we are looking for match, it's going to take, when you're taking a particular string, it's going to see whether the particular string is at the start of that string or not. So for example, this is our string 1. So if you are giving any particular string as the input for searching, so whether it will check whether the particular string is at the start or not. So whether we are trying to print this name, so here you can see the name is not at the start in the string, it's in the middle, so it's not going to get printed. So it's only going to print the strings which are there at the start. So let us try to find some, let's say we are going to find whether ABC in string 1. So we're going to print result 3. So here you can see we can, it says none, it gives an output saying none because ABC is essentially not in the start of the string. Here ABC is somewhere over here, it's at the middle. So it's going to give a statement like that. So suppose we have another, so let's say we have another string known as let's say hello world. So we need to find whether hello is there or not. So okay, yeah, here it's string 2. So we've got my, so here you can see that it's going to give that it's present at the span 0 comma 5. In match it has found a match hello in the string 2. So the same case, let us take in string 2, let us take world. Here it's going to print a statement output as none because word is not at the start of the string. It's the second word in our particular string sentence. So it's not going to print word. If you have hello, it's going to print hello here. It finds a match. But in this case, it's not able to find a match because world is not at the start of the string. So we can also do other things. This is all about the dot match we have found in this particular string 2. So this is all the functionalities and properties what we have in dot match, and also we have seen what dot search does. So there's a small difference between dot search and dot match. So dot search is essentially used to find all whether the particular character is, it searches for that particular character in the string or and sees whether it's there in the particular object address. Match also is the same, but the thing is it checks whether the particular string is at the start of a particular string.